I think a lot of these videos, I won't put them up unless I have a jewel in there or something and it's like, bingo, there you go. See, sometimes, and I haven't been editing these ones that I recently put up, so some of the stuff I don't appreciate how, of course, I'm rambling right now, right? Mars and Neptune babes, I was just trying to tell you, oh, sorry about being so scattered. Everything is scattered right now. Have you noticed? Don't think that you, don't feel bad if it feels like you're juggling things and you're really there, it's kind of falling around you. You didn't catch it. Maybe it's the ocean. It's Pisces. It's really time to dream. You know, it's really time to dream. Don't judge yourself when everything is kind of looking scattered and maybe you ended up with a dirtier house than ever. Do you realize that the Mars conjunct Neptune has never has is this is the last time it's going to happen in Pisces, which is a very spiritual sign. It points at the connection to Christ consciousness and that whole racket. If it, you know, because there's a racket behind it too, you know, that kind of hijacks it. And unfortunately, most all of it. I mean, come on, people. If anything, you can justify that sacrifice. Um, who that person was saying, no, you need to know what's happening here. This is not going to escape the consciousness of people how this happened. If you go on here farther, there's a lot of things about the story that doesn't make sense at all, and it wouldn't help us at all if they changed the fact that she was a woman. Um, Christ is a woman, and when I say that, I'm not saying that one way over there 2,000 years ago. It's possible that you have a woman in your presence who is Christ conscious, and it's nothing new. It's just a natural human being. And yes, they have a little bit more oomph in them. The women who have their aliveness on and their eyes are on, they are deeply feared. I know because I'm one of them and I'm not a harmful person. I'm aggressive. I don't let people mess with me and they don't like it. And really, I'm a fun person. See, I have an autobiography, but part of it notices that, you know, hey, I'm a tomboy and I'm playing with boys. I'm playing basketball and baseball, and I love that. Anything and everything, right? We're just having fun, and I also have my life. I'm a musician. I just love doing that. And see, I love playing with people that know how to play, and they were fun. There was just a lot of boys on my block, and so anyway, I ended up really good at basketball. Anyway, I just noticed that, of course, near the time that I guess supposedly they're getting interested in girls, and I'm thinking, there isn't any better thing. I'm playing with you, and they're like, and it's like go over there. But I was kind of the ugly duckling too. I'm the classic. Well, I just remembered I'm an 11 in numerology, and those are very powerful, right? This is the kind of I've heard kind of negative things too, right? They're warriors, and they're kind of, what does that look like to you? You know, it's a symbol, kind of two ones put together is two. The truth is they can turn into a two. That's the way you would kind of do uh, numerology, but no, you don't do that if it's a master number. But the fact is if they're not exhibiting their master qualities, they just get reduced down to a two. So that means that they're like, I got married. I'm just kidding. Oh, um, speaking of the church and all of its deception and ploys and ways of segregating society, marriage was one of them. Has nothing to do with love or even what anybody thinks it has to do with. It all has to do with it's just let's make sure we box people up. It was one of the first methods of social distancing that just stuck, and let's use other ones if it works. Keep it up. How do you like my video so far? We have Mars conjunct Neptune, and I'm Mars ruled in Aries. Mars is ruling of Aries, and Aries will be. I made a video about this, and you can't say enough about this. You know, see, I'm very sensitive, and some people, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I should because nobody else would, but they would call me spiritual. There's a kind of mysterious side to me, right? Or behind closed doors effect, which is Pisces, 12th house. I have Jupiter and Pisces in the 12th house. There's a lot of bad news that comes with that house. It's like, excuse me, can you just give an equal and fair amount of level to the fact that there's just always a positive and negative aspect to everything? Like right now, I don't know what kind of joke I'm going to crack. I have not had any sleep in a while. I've ended up channeling some things. There's a profound amount of information coming in. I have a future coming up where I'm going to be answering a call, and I have everything put together that I need to build a committee that can understand even a certain language that would start to clarify their intellectual belongings as far as if they want to get back into their rights of ownership of anything on this planet. There is something taking over that is inorganic. And I've been talking about it a lot lately, profusely. This is what needs to be known. That it's the truth that there are only two types of people to run into on this planet, and it's not isolated to just gender. Although psychological studies are showing, and this is just a statistics book of people that have had the disease of narcissism, which is the fully encapsulated mind, is prevalent in men. They're the ones susceptible to their minds. And that's what we're talking about. Either one can be susceptible. See, this is the problem. There is the mind orientation and there's the heart orientation. That's what we're really looking at. And I learned some new words. It's binary, and it's only processing um, without using the heart, which is the trinary. And the heart is connected, as you may know, to as it's just a science, man. It's highly electrical. We are electrical, and the plasmatic field, this outer space, is electrical. It's very alive, and the truth is available there. That's how we learn things, and we put that inside of our mind, and not mind inside of mind. Now that's tricky because a lot of people are around toddlers and stuff very early, and they can be just other minds unconquered of themselves. And there's a lot to say about that. I hope you like this video so far. I don't know why you've subscribed. Most of them have subscribed after I made a video on narcissism. It got like 175 likes. And I think that this is because, now I want to tell you, I know something very deeply here, and I could take 9 hours to let you know. Kind of like what you just can't unpack what's happening on this planet, and it's more fascinating than all science fiction films put together. But I was just trying to describe to you how this technology is hooked into intergalactic beings. Of course, they're monitoring this, and anyway, they want the subject matter of narcissism to be known because this is the plague of the earth, and yes, also, I don't know if you know this, but see, this is why I'm on here, is because I'm holding something that I'm not sure of, but I'm going to get on here. See, other people are doing the same thing, and they're also they've gotten to the point where they're like, now this is it. Now I'm an astrologer, or I'm an oracle, but they channel. See, this is called a channel. Now, if it couples up with having you been contacted by interdimensional beings, maybe they are, you can say, space aliens, but really no, there's benevolent beings. They're so beautiful, and they see what's happening here. Factually, there's tribes that live here on this plane, on this earth. Well, of course, war is surrounding them, and a hell of shit is going on, but they maintain an intelligence there that is operating multidimensionally. Um, and so anyway, they keep this frequency literally that keeps the whole entire place green. They're like, say, you could say they're the organic team. See, there's two types of people to run into here on this plane. There's the organic team and the inorganic team. We're talking about the same thing. Inorganic because the mind is inorganic because it doesn't have access to reality. It's never going to be reality. Awareness is reality, and mind is never going to be awareness. See, the awareness can get fully encapsulated into the mind. See, the thing is, the psychologists say the fully encapsulated mind, and I say it's the fully encapsulated awareness. It's shrouded by the mind, and now uh, awareness does it. It's in darkness now. There is no reality because awareness. I love this part. Is this moment now, and that is reality itself. You are here in this vast space. Take a deep breath and trip out. It's like, whoa, this is my life right here. This is it. This is your only life right here, right now. If you're watching this, there is no escape. It's that space just beyond the nose here, the final frontier, where it's just one small leap for man, a single man. You know, he could find a guru, and who knows. But it's just but it's one vast leap for mankind. Yeah, and you notice that we're always talking about mankind, and we don't hear about what women are up to, which is kind of interesting. Getting back to Jesus, what do you think went on with the witch hunts? Do you know about the witch hunts? See, the reason why this all comes up is because Mars is doing its conjunction in Pisces. Do you know that if you get a piece of information that alters you a little bit, really going against your belief in what you have been installed in, but it's the right information, really come on, look at it, and you think about it, it goes in, it's called cognitive dissonance. It kind of disturbs you, and it's called truth sickness. But you know what? Take advantage of what's coming with when Mars goes kisses Neptune, and then for the last time in 2000 in 165 years, pardon me, in 2024 here, that we'll ever experience that again. It does brush up and really aggressively start. Oh, well, it turns our physical, I talked about it, no, it turns it into very, very nebulous water. It's not born yet. We are going to be born into something you're going to see. You're just going to feel it. Comment section down below if you do feel it by compared to now. How it really, by the time it's, I mean, I'm saying you guys try to be as quiet as you can and get more artistic, get into the more spiritual side of things, get into the non-physical side of things. There's a non-physical that is the superior. It's what governs the physical. And see, a lot of people are stuck in a consciousness that it can shift right here. It can shift. On April 29th is when there's the exact conjunction, and then it starts to move away, and by May 1st, Mars hits Aries. And see, it's a precursor of what Neptune will be doing in 2025 with Aries. It moving in Aries, it's the awakening of mankind, and it's really, can we include Jesus over there as your leader? Stop this ridiculous shit. And see what I'm saying is I can boil it down to you for you, and I've already been doing it here, and I'm going to keep refining it, and it's going to go away from gender bias. We're talking about the feminine quality of the organism that is literally being squeezed out of perceptual reality. Being hijacked, you see, that intelligence, like I said, possibly Christ conscious, born that way. The thing is, and so the psychologists are saying, oh, there's human beings here, and then there's non-human beings, which are narcissists. I'm saying that they need to be, quote unquote, turned on. They're not awakened yet. There's a reason. It's difficult for the man. He's not born from a man's world and not even into a woman's world. His mother is the one that he's born to, and it's not his intelligence, right? It's not his Intelligence, his vibrational frequency. See, he has to go and find the man's world, and this has to happen early. And anyway, I've explained all this stuff, and it's a delicacy, really, right? It should be. I mean, it really is. It's a very interesting, like, mathematical equation that if we don't um, flip it around. Now, when I say women are the leaders in Christ, no, Christ, that's not a person. That's an awakened being that doesn't consider themselves. Um, they're not an ego. Um, they're a human being. They're not a mind. They're enlightened. They don't identify with ego. They are the truth. You know, that's what they said. Well, I am the truth. I am the light. I am the way. Now, that's tricky. It's tricky because you and I can say it, and I do say it because I understand it fully. No, I'm the truth here. Because when you're dealing with narcissists, they don't have access to the truth because they only access their mind. And reality is they don't know what it is. It's a conversation they don't have for you. In fact, they don't have a real conversation at all because of this. This is where you get the pings. It's like, wait a minute, this person, we are talking about two different people existing on this plane only. One of them is human and the other one is not human yet. One of them has a profound responsibility to bring this one into becoming human, just in case a human civilization was to come out of her. She has a profound responsibility to make sure, and I'm telling you right now, you got it to minute 19, good for you. You make sure that right at the spigot, having sex, that person can be converted into something that can have concern for your needs and how you feel, like what derives you pleasure and how they yield. And that's a humane person, and they have to. My experience, I'm sorry, but most men need to learn that you kind of go through a very awkward moment, and you do not let it stay to where you're just like being